All right, Coach, obviously you've been busy since day one out on the road recruiting. Tell me about your overall approach to recruiting and what you tried to do with the players.
Well, we had to figure out, who we were going to keep. We ended up signing 7 guys currently. We need to sign 2 more. I like where we're at right now, but we do need to find a few more big guys. We need to add some depth to our front line. I think if we can do that, we've got a shot to be pretty competitive right away.
Tell me about the mixtures of players that you've got. You've got some high school players on board, you have some transfers, and you have some junior college transfers. How are you trying to mix all of those together to build one solid team?
Yeah, it's a good question, Adam. When I got hired, I pretty much wanted to have a mixture of kids. We've signed 4 high school guys. We've signed a junior college All-American. We've signed a Division II transfer. So I like our mixture of kids to break up our classes. I think it's very difficult to bring in 7 or 8 freshmen. We have 4 right now, possibly maybe bring in another one to make that 5. But I do like our team where it's at right now as far as the breakup of classes. And the big thing is we've got Isaac Thornton coming back. We've got a potential All-American, an all-league type guy, and really wanted to build their team around him.
What do you see in Isaac that makes you believe you can build a team around Isaac?
Well, he's a very talented kid. He's got good size for this level. He's very athletic. He can score the ball, and he's a good kid. That's probably the most important thing. I think he's very coachable. He wants to go out on top. I think he likes the players that we've brought in here to campus. He's had a chance to spend some time with those kids, and he'll also get a chance to spend some time with them in summer school starting next month.
Tell me a little bit about how you're trying to build the program, not only for next year, but for the long haul as well, and how you're trying to kind of do both of those things at the same time.
Well, I'm not real patient, so we're trying to win very fast. I'm used to winning. Obviously working with Coach Huggins for those 5 years at West Virginia. Our first 4 years, we won 101 games in 4 years. Cincinnati, we won 25 games. At Walsh, we won 85 games in 3 years. So, I'm used to winning, and we're going to win. We're going to win right away. So I'm not really worried about, the long term. Our goal is right now to compete for the league title.
Compare your experience at Walsh in West Virginia to what you encountered here, and how you've kind of used both of those experiences in 2 months or whatever it's been.
Yeah, pretty similar place. Walsh was at a great location in Northeast Ohio. The campus sold itself. What we're finding out here, my staff and I, is the campus is beautiful. You've got almost 10,000 students, 15 minutes from Morgantown. You can get into D.C., you can get into Columbus, you can get into Ohio, you can get into Cleveland. That's my base. I'm an Ohio guy. I've been here at West Virginia now for 5 years. So, we don't need to leave this area. If we leave this area, it'll be for a Division I transfer. But, I love the base here. We've got a great president, Dr. Rose, and she's committed. She's been very good at, with the visits when kids have come in. She's reached out to these, young men, and, she sold her vision as well as mine. And I think, we got a chance to win pretty big, hopefully here next year.
Talk a little bit about, your vision and the transformation in just a short time with, the new court and some other things that you're trying to get done in terms of enhancing the facilities.
Yeah, my staff and I, we've been going 100 miles an hour. We've signed 7 players. We're close to reaching 6-figure mark as far as fundraising. We're not going to stop there. We want this to be ran like a Division I program. We don't see ourselves as a Division II program. Other than Marshall and West Virginia, we want to be the premier job in the state, the premier program in the state. And if we can upgrade these facilities here within the next 2 months, with a brand new locker room, with a brand new movie theater room where our kids can watch film, redo our coaches' offices, and hopefully get a new floor, I think this job will be one of the best. It'll be the best in the conference, but also one of the best in the country.
Let's talk a little bit about the West Virginia Conference. One of my favorite trivia questions was who had the lowest scoring total in the league last year, or guessed the lowest scoring total, and people would say 58, 56. It was like 73 or 74. So that was the lowest. What do you do as a coach? Are you going to try to, you're a defensive kind of guy. It seems like, you really want to guard. Are you going to try to bring those scoring averages down, or are you going to try to run with a conference that likes to run?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think the key to any team, any key to winning is rebounding and guarding. We've got to get more shots than our opponents. You know, a lot of people think that means, you know, play faster, which I think we will. We'll play fast. We'll push it in transition. You know, we're going to take good shots, but we're going to shoot the ball early in the shot clock. But we've got to get more opportunities, and I think another way to do that is offensive rebounding. If you look at what we did at West Virginia, a guy like Kevin Jones was instrumental in our run those last 4 years, and it was getting more, you know, opportunities on the offensive glass. So I think if we can dominate the backboard, you know, and push in transition, and then we got to take people out of their stuff. You know, we're very big on taking people out of their stuff, knowing what the other team's going to do, get up the line, you know, a little anti-reversal thing we like to do, and that's how we'll play.
Do you see the biggest adjustment from this team, or what people saw from last year, this year, will be more on the defensive side than on the offensive side?
You know, I think it's a little bit too early to tell. You know, I've only had a couple weeks. I had a couple weeks to work those kids out, and you know, we have a lot of new faces. We're going to have probably 8 or 9 new kids. So I can't tell you what the difference is going to be. I know we'll play extremely hard. We'll take good shots. Like I said, we've got to take people out of things. We've got to take them out of things like they like to do. You know, take them out of their comfort zone. And I think you do that by bringing it every day at practice. You know, whether we go an hour, whether we go 2, whether we go 3, we've got to be very committed every time we step on the floor, you know, as a staff, but as a team, that those guys are really going to buy into what we're trying to do. And I think I really like our direction that we're going in as far as Isaac, his leadership skills. You know, he wants to go out a winner. You know, whatever he does this year, those will be his last memories as a college player. And I think every day this summer, he's worked hard thus far, and he's got to do it another 2 months right into the season.